Hi guys, and welcome again to Enriching Tarot. My name is Enrique and I have a message for today. Today is October 13th, as we know, is a full moon. So this is a message to see what the full moon has to say to us today. Gonna do a quick shuffle here, see what cards come out for us this time. Alright, Tarot, what message do you have from the full moon today? 1, the Knight of Wands. Let's see what else we have. Oh, got 2 more here. The 8 of Wands, the 6 of Swords. Wow. Let's see what else we have here. I'm going to try to not read into the cards quite yet. Let me just first see what the message, the complete message is going to be, what cards come out, and then we'll be able to make a determination as to what the message is. Okay, Tarot, are there any more cards regarding any message that you want to share with us today from this full moon energy? Tarot, are there any other cards that you want to show? Okay, got 1. See if there's another one from this shuffle. No, so put it right here. Let's see, we have 1 more. Alright, 1 last shuffle just to make sure. Okay, yeah, there was one right there. I don't know what it was. So we have the 3 of Wands. Wow, a lot of wands. Got the 3, the 9, the 8 of Wands, as well as the 6 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Alright. Then let's see what we have from our other deck, the Tarot Osho Sen. See what additional messages. We got 1. Another 6. It's the card Éxito, which means success. And then see what else we have here. Anything else, Tarot, that you want to show for our viewers today regarding this full moon energy? Anything else, Tarot, that you want to share with us today? Nothing yet. Let me do 1 last shuffle just to double check. Tarot, anything at all? Oh, there was one. And transformación, meaning transformation. Alright, before I read into the message, let me look at the cards and see if I can make any determinations or see what the message is going to be. Wow. This is amazing, you guys. Like this cards, I like that it's going, and it's like the energies are shifting from Swords into Wands, and then that leads to Pentacles. Anyway, so the first card that I see is the 6 of Swords, followed by the 3 of Wands, followed by the 8 of Wands, followed by the 9 of Wands, and ending with the Ace of Pentacles. And we also have these 2 cards right here. Okay guys, so yes, I see there's a story here that the full moon wants to share with us through Tarot today. I feel like this is probably something that everyone is going through, because I feel it in myself as well, and I know that there's a lot of people that have been feeling the same way. The 6 of Swords has a lot to do about change, about recognizing the aspects of yourself that are different, and letting go of things that don't serve purpose anymore. And if you look at the card right here, let me see if it's, there you go. You can kind of see it. Kind of. Anyway, there's a fetus on the top. There is a man who is on a boat. He's staring into a mask, and there's some sort of smoke that's coming out of the mask and touching the man right down here. And then you can see there's swords all over into the water, and it's all golden. So like gold to me represents purity and energy. So if you let go of the things that are in your past and forgive anyone that maybe wronged you or anyone that caused you harm, you can come off on a higher energy and then be completely beyond all of that. In a way, this is like the shadow self. And if you look at the imagery, there's neurons that are coming out of the mask. Like that's a lot of like brain energy, a lot of logic that is behind it. But this calls for not so much logic and more just acceptance and love, and then understanding. So it's actually very interesting, because this calls for you to look at yourself, look at your choices, and then start making choices that maybe you hadn't made before. Start seeing things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. Not so much what your logic says, but maybe more what your heart wants you to do. So then that leads us into the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands energy is another really, it goes in message, this Three of Wands energy. We know the 2 is more of a balancing act, and then the number 3 is after you gain your balance from the 2, you take action. If we look here, and then remember, Wands, I'm not sure what your way of interpreting things, but for me, Wands is more of a loving, magical kind of essence. So this talks about grasping any opportunities that come by and then putting your plans into motion and actually going forward with what you're thinking about doing. And how interesting that it goes right after the Six of Swords. So this is saying to look at things from different perspectives, and then this is saying that when you do that, you're going to find new opportunities. So you need to take a hold of them as soon as they pop up. Don't wait, don't sit out, because the full moon energy is actually trying to bring a lot of change into our lives. Change from what we used to be into a whole new different person. So when you do make that transition into your true self, you need to grasp the opportunities that the universe sends your way, because there are going to be a lot of opportunities. If you look at the card in the back, it's like there's a city, and he's standing on top of the city, just looking at all of his options, looking at everything that he has. And how true that is, that when we start looking at our lives differently, we start actually paying attention to things that maybe we saw, but we just didn't see it that way before. And now that you have a different perspective, things make sense. But they make sense differently, completely differently, because you are thinking completely differently. You're just a different person at that point. So then the 3 leads to the 8. The 8 is another card of balance, like the number 2 for me. It talks about mastering what you're doing. So this will give you the opportunities and says that when you do have it, you should go for it. And then this says that those opportunities that are coming in, you need to improve upon them. So you need to really embrace that and then go for it. Yeah, so if we look at the card here, we have this power on the top. We have a pyramid on the side. We have the moon, and the moon is pink. For me, pink is pink and green. They have to do with your heart chakra. And then right here, look, it's purple and white. That's the crown chakra right there. And if you look at this power, the power is coming from the earth and it's flying up, or it could be coming down. I mean, either way you see it, is just a connection. And the connection happens because you're striving for what you're doing and what your plans are. You're striving on continuing and improving and getting better, and just getting better. And then that leads to the 9. And the 9 is like, the 9 says, you've striven for improvement, you've striven to be better, and you need to continue and just push through, because it's not gonna be easy, you guys. Like, this is a whole change to who you were. So ego is going to come in, and ego is going to want to take over again, and it's going to be a daily struggle. Like, take a look at the image. This is you coming into your power with your wands, but then ego is coming in here, this black mass, and it's trying to distract you and get you to come back into logic. But I mean, logic is great, but you also have to be in touch with your emotions, and you have to be in touch with your higher self and who you are, who you truly are. So this is a way, in a way, saying that yes, it's going to be difficult, but you have everything in your power to do it. I really like the imagery in this card. This person here is holding the wand, and he's trying to fight back ego, trying to shut it, or just not listen to it. But it's difficult because the ego is a part of you, you know. Your ego wants to take over. Your ego wants to protect you. Your ego wants to make sure that you're okay. But you also have to understand that you are going to be okay. You are going to succeed. I mean, we're promised that here. And then even at the end, this is our final energy. So we go through the struggle, and then we strive, we continue, we fight, and then we have a promise of an Ace of Pentacles. An Ace of Pentacles is like a brand new opportunity of, in my opinion, financial. So maybe a lot of you have been debating about work, debating about what you want to do with your life, and maybe you decided that you don't want to do your job anymore. So this is saying that, you know, if you end your work relationship, that there will be other opportunities that will be right for you. Not so much what you've been doing, but there will be something completely different that comes in. And when it comes in, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to put all your energy into it. And yes, it's going to be difficult, but you will succeed. Is the promise. There will be success. You have to trust that the universe has a better plan. This is a really, I mean, I really like this card. There's a woman down here, and she's inside the earth. Then we have the roots that are coming out of her and from her, and then that is connecting into this pentacle that's on the top, and it has lightning behind it, meaning it's got a lot of power, a lot of energy. Yeah. Also, in a way, just trust in the universe. Also, we need to trust the planet, and we need to trust that the energy of the planet is going to be good for us. You know, there's a lot of change that's happening, and a lot of it has to do with people understanding that it's not just you and me, it's not just the human aspect of the situation, but there's also spirit, there's also higher knowledge, there's also the earth, there's also our planet, the cosmos, everything has energy, everything has something that wants to get a message across. And part of the problem that we have is that we don't listen to spirit, and we don't listen to the earth, and we don't listen to our innermost deep desires, and that causes a lot of frustration, a lot of depression, a lot of sadness. But this is a call to come back into the earth, to come back into what I call, as you can tell from all these things, I'm of Peruvian descent, so I believe in a lot of Inca stuff. This for me will be Mama Pacha, who is like the deity that represents the earth, the planet Earth, the planet Earth consciousness. So this is trusting on Mama Pacha's consciousness and magic. Yeah, and then look, so we have these two cards, transformation. Like look at this. Like there's a person here that's maybe meditating, and then right here is that higher self, is that spirit that communicates with us when we are not conscious. Like I know that dreams are, you know, an interpretation of what your mind does or sees or whatever when you're sleeping. I kind of like to think that it's a bit further than that. When we sleep, our consciousness continues to operate and continues to make decisions and think and plan and all those things, and it's because that's who we really are. Like we're always conscious no matter what we're doing. We just may not be aware that we're being conscious about anything, but our minds are always paying attention, our eyes are always picking things up, our hands are always touching and feeling, and we may not be conscious of it, but guess what? Our subconscious is definitely conscious of it. Yeah, so this is talking about that. Just tapping into your subconscious, like letting go of who you were and making changes so that you can become who you really should be, who you are meant to be. And then again, you know, we're promised with success, éxito. Like look, so happy on top of the world, riding a tiger of all things, and confetti flying out, like just celebrating with the connection with your higher self and celebrating with this person that you have become, and you know, the freedom that one gets because you've let go of who you were, and then you've made a complete change and you've become this new person, this new power. Let me just double check to see if there is any additional messages. Let me say if there's any additional messages from the Starman Tarot. Oh, there is. Look at that. God. Number 7, the Lovers. Oh wait, sorry. Number 6, the Lovers. I really like this card, you guys. I mean, look at it. It's like two people. It's kind of, you can't really tell if one is male, the other one's female. I mean, at the end of the day, what matters is all energy. And then right here we have two more, and they're just in this passion, in this love. It's like I almost feel like I'm intruding to whatever they're doing watching this. And look, there's bees, and there's all this energy, there's this eye on top. I mean, even for many of you, I'm not sure if this relates to you or not, but for many of you, there is a promise also that I'm not sure what your belief in the concept of a twin flame, or your twin family, or your twin flame. I feel like this will also lead you to that. I mean, it may not be everyone that's watching this, but there is that promise that for a lot of you, this will also lead you to find that person that will bring all the happiness in your life. Not that a person brings happiness because you should be happy without anyone else, but it will just add upon that. You can be a team together. I mean, look at that card, like that embrace that they're sharing together. It's just magic. Anyway, let's see if the Tarot Shosen has another message as well. I feel like there might be something else here that we're missing. Oh, look at that. Control. We were talking about that right here. How our ego, our mind takes control of the situation, like, and then we have culpa at the bottom, and then it causes a lot of frustration within us. But then, like, also at the bottom we have plenitud, like the promise of success. Like, you will have plenty, you will have everything that you need. Yeah, and it's all about control. Is what aspect of yourself controls your day-to-day basis? Is it your logic that is always controlling what you're doing, or are you taking time to sit down, to breathe, to try to look at the situation from a different perspective, and then from that different perspective you can make a more educated decision that is not just always based on logic, but also with a bit of emotion backed up with it. Yeah, so what aspect of you is taking control, and what aspect would you like to give more control? I would like to make the suggestion to allow your higher self to have more control over your life. That will bring you plenty, that will bring you success, it will bring you that Ace of Pentacles that you've been waiting for. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I do post at least one video a week. I'm gonna try to do 2 a week if I'm able to. Definitely, anytime that there is any strong energies that I feel, I will be doing a reading regarding that energy. So, like I said earlier, this is just a, oh, I didn't say that actually. This is a general reading. So, take the message for what it is. If you feel like it relates to you, awesome. If you feel like it doesn't relate to you, that's also okay. There will be plenty more messages coming in from tarot. So thank you again for your time, and I hope you enjoy this full moon and you spend time outside and spend time with that energy, with the moon, and just see how you feel. Just close your eyes and just see how you feel from the power of the moon. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.